press built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the AAC, the SMU Mustangs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. The Mustangs will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make a stop at the 19. So Nebraska's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're either going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The give to the tailback. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down. The Cornhuskers are on the move. To the ground, he's got it again. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Takes the handoff. It's Schwartz. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Schwartz. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Using the quick game. Puts him in the spinner and moves on. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Got his man in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. He'll just keep slinging it. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Huskers!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass.
7, SMU, 0.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mustangs offense has the ball for the first time. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them, they'll throw screens, they'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? To throw, it's Flagway, feeling some heat. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on third down.
And the Mustangs will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Got him downfield. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
SMU 0.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Quickly complete. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's Lagway. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Mustangs will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they can put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And that's a first down for the offense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. He'll come out throwing on first down. A strike downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Second down coming up. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Huskers have it with a first and goal.
First and goal, Nebraska.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Finding more yards with the spin move. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
It's now second and goal.
They'll go with a direct snap. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense snuffed out any attempt to move forward on the last play, and now it's third and goal from the 2. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UTSA looked less like a pack of road runners and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in San Antonio, and today they found a way outside of the Alamo Dome. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Ash. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out of their own 37. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his
Brings up second down.
Really nice job by the defense, shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
He's got it down the middle. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And that's a first down.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. This offense set up with a second and short.
Second down coming up.
Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
For a first down.
He's looking to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cantrell. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Is another first down for the offense.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Dumps it to the back. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half, we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows where the heck we're at.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man quickly.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Going up top on 1st down. Grabs it inside the 15. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Husker! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
On to attempt the try. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half with maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse. And this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Wide open downfield. Flying down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Now on 2nd down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the returner goes down. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Rich. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to move it through the air. And he intercepts it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Gets it out fast. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. That last completion sets them up on second down. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. He's taking the shot. Throwing down the sideline, and it's a big play down the right side.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Nebraska.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Dallas to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's Ash. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Motion from the offense. They're getting this guy lathered up. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Mustangs want to move quickly. Now the play fake. Lost one deep down the right side. Catch and stride inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
The Mustangs are marching down the field. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mustang! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35. SMU 21.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. To the ground with the back. He breaks a tackle. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Picks up 9. Brings up second down.
Out of the gun, they give to the back. And the Huskers have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Good enough for a first down.
Off play action on first down. Quick strike complete. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run the counter. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Give to the running back. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10.
For the offense.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Lloyd. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Second down.
They'll run play action. Oh, he makes the catch. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Boyd. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Number 19.
Well, Little Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like habit, and what? Which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
Lining up for the PAT.
On for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Wisconsin was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Camp Randall. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Badgers crowd who heads for the gates with the win.
Intercepted. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on third and short from the 29. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He got it. And that will extend their lead even further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Rich. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Out of the gun, the inside give. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll try to get it through the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete. Good job running that route and get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll throw it on first down. Going downfield for the big play. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit the guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. He'll take it himself. He's not going to get it in, and the lead will remain 18 as they were trying to make this a 2-possession game. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He makes the connection. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Here's the handoff. Touchdown, Huskers! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score.
SMU 27.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing the coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Release to the back. Snags it over the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking for a man. It's Glagway. It's caught. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. That pass is incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Mustangs! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going. Nice job.
Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, and they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The offense lining up for a first down play. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. Unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. record that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. About to kick off to get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Seminoles will have some work to do after that short return. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
Looking to throw, it's Coleman Hope. Dances away from the heat. Got to protect the merchandise, gets down without taking a hit. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Tackled, but he has a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. After run, now throw. On target over the middle. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Comes out throwing on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Off the play fake. Looking to buy time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Florida State!
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have locked down corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking for a man. It's Mack. uncorks it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They get up, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And that is your job. No one has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
The Seminoles will call on their punt team. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's McCoy.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving this quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Russell to the ground after picking up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. He's got his man. And a good pickup to move the chains. The clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Caught. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Lee. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Knowles are threatening in the red zone. Finds a spot in the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw it again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Pushes ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Knowles! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you kind of feel that way. But dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Offense in the hurry-up. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played in Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Holds and fires complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Wants to throw. It's Mack. Touchdown, Bama! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week. But this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over the Astronauts. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Hands it off. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Trying to find his man on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Lee. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Yes, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Turner. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They keep attacking through the air. Finds his man. It's Hale. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the pass is intercepted.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
They're working that left side. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Coleman Hope. He lobs one high down the left side. Pass on the way, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the grab. It's Riley. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He's going to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on third down. Got a man. It's Turner. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
21, Alabama, 7.
One more snap coming before halftime. Now they'll run the draw. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. Each of these 2 offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these 2 passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
The Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the Cooperage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep considering they did have success in the first half.
These 2 conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these 2 conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these teams because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Trying to get to it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Trying to get behind the defense. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. He's got great speed. He was able to get that ball up to the the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hale. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets it out quickly. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Touchdown time! And here they come, almost all the way back.
No, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Cal took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Berkeley. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out of the 25. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. They'll try to run for it. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Croman home. Fires complete on the crosser. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Looking to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's McCoy. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Leaves it with the back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on first down. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The sure hands, it's Davis. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So a drive there of 84 yards. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass.
Alabama, 14.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays, Down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Caught over the middle. It's Adams. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back to throw, it's Mack. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw, using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. That's reeled in. It's Riley. It's a fumble. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. The Seminoles are in the red zone. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The give on 4th down. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Noles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Noles! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Williams. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. He'll come out throwing on first down. He wants a big play here late. Makes the catch. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Dropping back, it's Mack. Fires into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He wants it all. Reels it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Nice job on the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the double.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it, keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. And they'll take a knee.
The best play call as an offensive play caller is always victory formation. Run the clock out. This team now goes to 2-1. A lot of season left. Nice job getting the win today.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games.